For this projectile motion, next term we have to determine, that is the horizontal range. Represented by R. Again, to find the horizontal range, this distance from initial to the final position is called as range of the projectile. The initial velocity is u, angle theta, this is u cos theta, and this is u sin theta. Horizontal range. What is horizontal range? The horizontal distance traveled by the particle during the time of flight. That is the horizontal range. To find this horizontal range, we have to consider the horizontal motion of the projectile. To find horizontal range, we have to consider the horizontal component of the projectile motion. And therefore, for this horizontal motion, we have to consider this whole vertical motion of this particle. So here S is equal to S is equal to R. The distance along the x-axis S is here equal to the range of the projectile R. Initial velocity u is equal to u sin theta. A acceleration of the particle is vertical velocity component is u cos theta, and acceleration is equal to minus g. Okay. Or for this horizontal motion, acceleration along this direction is equal to 0, and therefore, using the kinematical equation, S is equal to ut plus half a t square. Here S, that is the R, U that is u cos theta, and for this complete motion, the time taken is the time of flight t plus half a t square, but in the horizontal direction the acceleration due to gravity is always 0, so this term is equal to 0. So we get R is equal to u cos theta into t only. If we put the value of t from this equation, we get R is equal to u cos theta into 2 u sin theta upon g, or we can write this 2 u square sin theta cos theta upon g, or we can write R is equal to 2 u square sin theta cos theta upon g. But From the trigonometric identity, we know 2 sin theta into cos theta is equal to sin 2 theta, and therefore the range of the particle r becomes r is equal to u square sin 2 theta upon g. R is equal to u square sin 2 theta upon g. This is the required expression for the range of the particle r. Again, from this equation it is clear that range of the particle depends upon the initial velocity of the projection as well as the angle of projection. As u increases, r increases. Similarly, as theta increases, r increases. This is the range of the projectile. R is equal to u square sin 2 theta upon g. We take this equation again here, that is r is equal to u square sin 2 theta upon g. So this is about the time of flight and the horizontal range of the projectile. Now we take some numericals regarding the NEET exam which are asked from this article. There may be question in NEET exam such that a projectile is thrown with initial velocity u by making some angle theta with the horizontal in this way, such that its time of flight is t. Its time of flight is t. Now, if the same projectile is projected by an angle of projection 90 minus theta, that means in this way. Suppose this angle theta, and this angle is 90 minus theta. That means these two angles are complementary angles. So if a projectile is projected by an angle of theta and then with an angle 90 minus theta, and if t1 is the time of flight for the first angle and t2 is the time of flight for the second angle. Suppose this is a question. Then what will be the ratio of the time of flights? T1 upon T2. This will be a question. Such types of questions may be asked in the NEET exam, NEET or JEE. And the options may be like this. Option A, it is equal to T1 by T2 is equal to 0, sin theta, cos theta and tan theta. Now to solve such types of question, here the projectile is projected under two complementary angles theta and 90 minus theta. Therefore, for angle theta, the time of flight t is equal to 2u sin theta upon g, that is t1. And for the second angle, that is the time of flight becomes t2 is equal to 2u sin 90 minus theta upon g. We have to find the ratio of the two time of flights. Then what we have to do? Suppose you take ratio t1 upon t2, so that it becomes 2u sin theta upon g, and it divided by this means multiplied by g upon 2u sin of 90 minus theta. G gets cancelled, 2u 2 gets cancelled, so it means sin theta upon sin 90 minus theta, that is cos theta, and that is equal to tan theta. So the option D is correct. Next, one more question on the same article. Suppose a projectile is thrown with the two complementary angles theta and 90 minus theta, and if t1 and t2 are the corresponding time of flights, then the product of the time of flights is like this. We have to find the product of this time of flight just like the ratio of this time of flight. Now for angle theta, time of flight t1 is 2u sin theta upon g. The options will be like this: A, B, C and D. The options will be like this. T1, T2 is proportional to R square. T1, T2 is inversely proportional to R. T1, T2 is proportional to R, and the option T1, T2 is inversely proportional to R square. So for angle theta, the time of flight is t1 is equal to 2u sin theta upon g, and for the angle complementary angle 90 minus theta, that is t2 is equal to 2u sin 90 minus theta upon g. We have to find the relation between the product and the range of the projectile, and therefore t1 into t2, t1 into t2 is equal to this 2u sin theta upon g into 2u sin 90 minus theta upon g. We can write this 4u square, this sin theta, and sin 90 minus theta is again cos theta, divided by g square. 4u square sin theta cos theta upon g square. We can rearrange this like u square, 2u square, 2 sin theta cos theta upon g into g. But that is equal to 2u square upon g into 2 sin theta cos theta, that is sine of 2 theta upon g, and therefore that is equal to 2 by g into u square sin 2 theta upon g. But u square sin 2 theta upon g is the range of the projectile, and therefore twice r by g. So T1 into T2 is equal to twice r by g, as g is the constant. T1 into T2 is directly proportional to r, so the option C will be correct. Such types of questions may be asked in this exam. One more problem we can take. Suppose there is a question. A projectile is thrown with initial velocity u by making some angle theta, so that its range is r. Now the question is like this: if its initial velocity is doubled, then what will be the range? Question is like this: suppose a projectile is thrown with initial velocity u by making some angle theta with the horizontal, so that its range is r. And now if this initial velocity of the projectile is double, then what will be the new range? That is the question. So here range, and the options will be like this: A 2r, B r by 2, C r, and D 4r. This problem is depending upon this range, but we know range, that is u square sin 2 theta upon g. Here there is variation only in range and the initial velocity. Theta is constant. In this problem, theta is constant. So there is variation between only r and u. So we can write r is directly proportional to u square. And therefore we can write r2 upon r1 is equal to u2 upon u1. But here the initial velocity is doubled. That means u2 is equal to twice u1 square upon u1 square. That is r2 upon r1 is equal to 4 u1 square upon u1 square. u1 square gets cancelled. So r2 upon r1 is equal to 4. So r2 is equal to 4r1. That means the new range of the projectile is 4 times the initial range, that is 4r. So option D is the correct option. Such types of questions which are directly depends upon the formula can be asked. Now again, a bullet is fired from a gun with a velocity u, making an angle of 60 degree. A bullet is fired from a gun by making an angle of 60 degree with the horizontal. Then the horizontal component of the velocity of the bullet when it reaches the maximum point is. A bullet is fired from this point by making an angle of theta, that is 60 degree with the horizontal, so that it moves in this way. Then the question is, the horizontal component of the velocity of the bullet when it reaches the maximum height. When the bullet reaches the maximum height here, then what is the horizontal component of the velocity here? The options are A, U, B, 0, C, root 3u by 2, and D, u by 2. Here the horizontal velocity at highest point is asked, but we know in case of projectile motion, the horizontal velocity of the projectile everywhere is constant, and that is u cos theta. U cos theta, horizontal velocity. That is equal to u as it is into cos theta, means cos 60. Cos 60 is equal to 1 by 2. So that is u by 2. So the option D is correct here. So whatever may be the position of the projectile, its velocity is same, that is u cos theta, and that is u by 2. At highest point, its velocity is u by 2. In this way, number of problems, some problems are directly depends upon the formula, while the some questions are conceptual questions. Suppose you take one more last problem, that is suppose the problem is like this. Suppose two bodies are thrown up at an angles of 45 degree and 60 degree respectively with the horizontal. This is the XY plane. One object is thrown with angle 45 degree, and another projectile is thrown by making an angle of 60 degree with the horizontal. So that problem is on the maximum height. Height we have not derived till. Next, suppose a bullet is fired from a gun with velocity 500 meter per second. Initial velocity u is equal to 500 meter per second. If theta is 15 degree and the acceleration due to gravity g is 10 meter per second square, then here we have asked then the range of the projectile, range of the bullet. A bullet is fired from a gun with velocity 500 meter per second. If theta, angle of position is 15 degree, gravity 10, then what is the range of the projectile we have to find, and the options are A 25 into 10 raised to 3 meter. B 12.5 into 10 raised to 3 meter. 50 into 10 raised to 2 meter. And D 25 into 10 raised to 2 meter. We have to find range of this projectile. So range R is equal to U square sin 2 theta upon G. All values are given here. So U square, that is 500 into 500 into sin 2 theta. Theta is 15, so 2 theta is 30 degree upon G, that is 10. After simplifying this, we get the answer, that is we can write here 500 into 500, that is 25. Here 1 0 cancels. 25 into 10 raised to 3 and into sin 30. But sin 30 is 1 by 2. So 25 into 10 raised to 3 into 1 by 2, that is 12.5 into 10 raised to 3 meter is the range, and therefore 12.5 into 10 raised to 3 meter, option B is the correct option. Then one more point about range we have to discuss, that is the range for the complementary angles. Range of complementary. That means, suppose this is the XY plane. One projectile is projected by making some angle theta, and other is projected by making some angle that is 90 minus theta. Theta and 90 minus theta are the two complementary angles. Complementary angle means the sum of the two angles is 90. So one angle is theta and the second angle is 90 minus theta. Suppose theta is 30, then next that is 60 degree. So 30, 60 are the two complementary angles. Now for angle theta, what is the range? R is equal to U square sin 2 theta upon G, and for this angle 90 minus theta, that is, suppose we say R1, R2 is equal to U square sin 2 theta, that means sin 2 into 90 minus theta upon G. And therefore if we take the ratio of these two, R1 upon R2 is equal to, here G gets cancels, U square gets cancels, so remains only sin 2 theta upon sin of 180 minus 2 theta, or it is sin 2 theta upon sin 180 minus theta, that is sin theta, and therefore sin 180 minus 2 theta is sin 2 theta. 2 theta gets cancelled, that is 1. So R1 upon R2 is equal to 1, that is R1 is equal to R2. That means if the projectile is projected with the two complementary angles, then the ranges of the two are same. So R1 by R2 is equal to 1. So if this is angle theta, then this is the corresponding range. If the projectile is projected with its complementary angle, that is 90 minus theta, then its trajectory will be like this. That is, for both angles the range R is the same. For both angles, the range is the same. So R1 equal to R2, or the ratio R1 upon R2 is equal to 1. So friends, we stop here.